There is a mysterious place of interest in the Mexican Mojave Desert, which is located in the southwest of the United States. We are talking about the El Paso Mountains. There is a tunnel there that leads nowhere. Who made this tunnel, when, and why? The purpose is still unclear. It is a mystery that still remains unsolved. The fact that it was made by only one person and it took him more than 38 years of his life seems not just amazing, but incredible. However, he used only primitive hand tools. The strangest thing is that when the tunnel was ready, its creator did not even think of using it. And no one ever knew why William Schmidt, whose nickname was Burro, spent almost 40 years of his life dragging tons of rock and granite first on his back and later on a cart, and step by step he became burrowed deeper and deeper into the mountain. William Burro Schmidt was born in 1871, presumably in Rhode Island, and by the end of the century he moved to California. Very little is known about William, but what remains after his life still causes amazement. In fact, one can hardly believe that this long and wide tunnel in the mountain was dug by one person. He dug a tunnel which is half a mile long, 800 meters. He was doing it in hard rock, and he spent most of his life doing this, digging daily from morning until evening, and sometimes day and night. No one was able to answer why William was so obsessed with this idea. It is only known that in 1900, William happened to work as a miner in the desert of California. William had never been married. For transportation of goods, he usually used 2 donkeys. Transferring his donkeys through the steep paths of the El Paso mountain, he probably had the idea that if there was an entrance in the mountain, then the travel time could be significantly reduced, and William decided to dig a tunnel, as he always was a weird person. Every day he came to the mountain alone. He had dynamite, a pickaxe, and a hammer, and he worked from morning till evening. It was such an enormous task and took incredible dedication. William had worked for several decades to get the tunnel ready. Today, it is simply impossible to believe that this tunnel is the result of the work of only one person. Its wide passage looks monumental, being half a mile long. It is known that many times Schmidt got into rather difficult situations. Several times he was piled up in his own tunnel, and he got into a stone trap. He had several rather serious injuries, but the stubborn William, otherwise known as Burro, worked hard. Later, he built rails in the tunnel, so he began to roll his cart along the railway while taking out the rock. The irony of the whole event is that William never used his tunnel. He did not carry any ore on it. In fact, this tunnel did not seem useful from the very beginning. It looked as if it was leading nowhere, at least not to the place where William carried ore. They say that when people asked why he was digging this tunnel, he always replied that this was the shortest way, but he just never clarified the shortest way to where. In 1920, the road around the mountain was built, so there was no point in a tunnel, but Schmidt was obsessed and continued digging until the tunnel was ready. By 1938, he achieved his goal. It was estimated that to complete the work, he transported 5,800 tons of rock. He was 29 years old when he started his tunnel, and he was 68 years old when he finished. He lived nearby in a hut. Later, after William's death in 1954, the tunnel was called the Burro-Schmidt Tunnel. It was the subject of heated debates several times. Several people and land management bureaus wanted to have the right to own the tunnel. Several times, enthusiasts tried to find a gold mine or ore deposit in the tunnel, believing that William had known something that he had not told anyone, but all attempts to find something valuable led to nothing. Even later, this tunnel gained notorious fame due to several crimes and acts of vandalism that happened inside it. The tunnel was added to the list of historical attractions and became popular. Many people annually visit it. Many enthusiasts, historians, and scientists have explored the tunnel and tried to solve its mystery, but no one knows for sure what a man named William Schmidt had hidden from all of us. Friends, what do you think? Any thoughts why he was doing this? Be sure to write it in the comments, and also do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye!